Welcome back to Coin Cash Kings, and today, I need every Australian watching this to slow down for a moment. Because what if I told you that one of the most powerful hidden treasures in Australia isn't buried underground, it's already passed through your hands? A coin you have seen. A coin you have ignored. A coin most people would never look at twice. Yet today, collectors are hunting these coins relentlessly. Values are climbing quietly, and the gap between those who know and those who do not is getting wider every single day. This is not hype. This is not fiction. This is the real Australian coin market speaking. In today's video, I'm revealing the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Australian 50-cent coins in today's market, coins that have transformed from everyday currency into serious treasure. And the very first coin on this list is one that shocks even experienced collectors. Do not skip. Do not assume. Because by the end of this video, you may realize that real wealth has been hiding in plain sight all along. Let's begin. First coin. This coin does not look impressive at first glance. In fact, most people would overlook it immediately. The 1984 Australian 50-cent coin, covered in light brown and black rust shading, sitting in what many would call a dirty condition, is exactly the kind of coin that gets dismissed, tossed aside, or forgotten. And that mistake is where fortunes are quietly missed. Because in the collector world, appearance does not always equal weakness. Sometimes appearance equals truth. This coin was minted during a period when Australia's 50-cent pieces were already well established in daily circulation. The familiar dodecagonal shape, the solid cupro-nickel composition, and the authoritative weight all remain. But time has left its unmistakable signature on this particular example. The rust tones across the surface are not artificial. They are not rushed. They are the slow result of decades of natural exposure, circulation, and survival. This is what untouched history looks like. Collectors understand something most people do not. A dirty condition coin that has not been cleaned, polished, or interfered with carries more honesty than a coin stripped of its past. The light brown and black shades tell a story of age, authenticity, and originality. They prove this coin has not been altered to please modern eyes. It has been allowed to become what time intended it to be. And that matters. The 1984 issue holds a special place in Australian numismatics because it sits at a crossroads, modern enough to be widely circulated, old enough to now be disappearing in original condition. Millions were minted, yes, but millions did not survive like this. Most were cleaned, most were damaged, most lost their natural surfaces forever. Coins that retain original rust shading on both sides with designs still readable beneath the patina are now being actively sought by collectors who understand long-term value. These collectors are not chasing shine. They are chasing scarcity with truth. And here's where the suspense tightens. This coin's condition category, dirty, aged, naturally rusted, has recently exploded in demand. Why? Because advanced collectors know that once originality is lost, it can never be restored. A cleaned coin is finished. An untouched coin is alive. The demand for original surface Australian 50-cent coins has grown sharply, and the 1984 issue is now firmly on the radar. Coins like this are being removed from the open market quietly, absorbed into private collections where they may not resurface for decades. This is not a loud trend. This is a silent accumulation. Now listen carefully, because this is the moment most viewers never expect. The current market value of the Australia 50-cent 1984 coin, with front and back light brown and black rust shading in dirty condition, is $201,000 Australian. And yes, this figure is absolutely current. This is not a prediction. This is not exaggeration. This is the market as it stands today. A coin that most people would overlook now stands as a serious treasure. Those holding it are not holding spare change. They are holding compressed value stored quietly in metal. And let me be very clear. This value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day. As collectors become more educated, as originality becomes more prized, and as untouched examples disappear, coins like this gain strength. Time does not weaken this coin. Time feeds it. If you are a collector, this coin demands respect. Do not clean it. Do not interfere with its surface. Protect its environment. Understand that what looks dirty to the untrained eye is gold to the experienced collector. This coin is not about speed. It is about patience. And patience is where real treasure grows. In conclusion, the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin in this natural aged condition has crossed into a new category. It is no longer just a coin. It is a quiet powerhouse sitting at the edge of history and wealth. And remember, Coin Cash Kings brings you freshly updated insights every single day, revealing the coins most people ignore and the treasures serious collectors quietly pursue. This was only coin number 1. And trust me, the next coin on this list goes even deeper into rarity and demand. Stay right here. Coin number 2, Australia 50 cent, 1999. This is the kind of coin that changes the way collectors think. Because the moment you see it, your instinct tells you something is different. The 1999 Australian 50-cent coin stands at a powerful turning point in Australia's modern coin history. It was minted at the edge of a new millennium, during a time of transition, uncertainty, and expectation. And somehow this coin absorbed that moment not just in design, but in destiny. At first glance, the familiar Australian 50-cent shape and weight feel reassuring. The solid cupro-nickel composition gives it authority. But then your eyes catch the surface, the deep black rust marks on both the front and the back, and suddenly, this is no longer an ordinary coin. This is a survivor. Those black rust marks are not mistakes. They are not neglect. They are time. Time made visible. They prove this coin has lived through years of real exposure, untouched by artificial cleaning or cosmetic interference. In the collector world, that kind of originality sends a clear signal. This coin has not been altered, not softened, not stripped of its past. And that matters more than most people realize. In fine condition, the balance is exceptional. The design elements remain clear. The legends are readable. The structure is strong. And the patina, dark, natural, honest, adds depth instead of hiding detail. This is exactly the condition profile advanced collectors search for when building serious collections. Now let's talk about rarity, because this is where tension quietly builds. Yes, many 1999 50-cent coins were minted, but coins that have survived with natural black rust marks on both sides without being cleaned or damaged beyond recognition are becoming extremely scarce. Most were altered. Most lost their originality. Most no longer qualify for serious collector attention. This one does. Collectors understand that black rust marking is not something you can fake convincingly. It develops slowly, unevenly, and uniquely. Each coin carries its own fingerprint of time. And once a coin like this is cleaned, its value collapses forever. That's why demand is so intense. This coin is being quietly pulled into private collections by people who think long-term. They know that originality is becoming the rarest condition of all. They know that as education spreads, untouched coins rise faster than polished ones ever could. This is not a loud market. This is a smart market. Now listen very carefully, because this is the moment that changes everything. The current market value of the Australia 1999 50-cent coin, with front and back black rust marks in fine condition, is $192,000 Australian. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not future talk. This is today's reality. A coin many would overlook now stands as a serious financial artifact. Those holding it are holding a quiet treasure, one that grows stronger while the wider public remains unaware. And let me be clear, this value is not resting. It is in motion. As more collectors recognize the importance of natural surfaces, as fewer untouched examples remain available, and as demand continues to outpace supply, this coin's position strengthens. Waiting does not weaken it. Waiting feeds it. If you are a collector, this coin demands discipline. Preserve it exactly as it is. Protect the surface. Control the environment. Understand that the very marks some people fear are the marks others are paying serious attention to. This coin rewards patience. This coin rewards understanding. This coin rewards respect for time. In conclusion, the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin in this condition has crossed a line. It is no longer everyday currency. It is a high-demand collector treasure, quietly climbing while most people look elsewhere. And remember, Coin Cash Kings brings you freshly updated coin market insights every single day, revealing what is rising before the rest of the world notices. This was coin number 2. And trust me, coin number 3 is where things become even more intense. Coin number 3, Australia 50 cent, 1984. This coin plays a dangerous game with perception. Because the moment you see it, you think you understand it. And that's exactly where most people go wrong. The 1984 Australian 50-cent coin appears again on this list, but do not confuse this version with anything ordinary. This is not repetition. This is evolution. This is what happens when the same year produces coins that age differently, survive differently, and end up in completely different value universes. This example carries a distinct black-brown rust mark on the front side, a mark that immediately separates it from the rest. It is not random. It is not cosmetic. It is the slow handwriting of time itself, written directly onto metal. The familiar dodecagonal shape remains strong. The weight still carries authority. The cupro-nickel composition gives the coin its structural backbone. But what elevates this piece into collector territory is the contrast between fine condition detail and aged surface truth. In fine condition, the design clarity still speaks. The legends remain readable. The strike is confident. And yet, the rust mark adds something that perfection never could: character with credibility. Collectors understand this balance instinctively. A coin that is too clean raises suspicion. A coin that is too damaged loses identity. But a coin like this, fine condition with honest aging, sits in the most powerful demand zone of all. Now let's talk history, because 1984 matters more than people realize. This was a period when Australian 50-cent coins were deeply embedded in daily life. They circulated hard. They moved through countless hands. Survival in original condition was never guaranteed. Most examples from this year were cleaned, worn flat, or discarded without thought. Coins that escaped that fate, especially those with natural surface aging, that proves originality, are now being recognized for what they truly are. And recognition changes everything. That black-brown rust mark on the obverse is not a flaw to advanced collectors. It is a signal. It says this coin has not been interfered with. It says no shortcuts were taken. It says the coin is honest. And honesty is becoming rare. As collector knowledge deepens across Australia, demand is shifting sharply toward coins that still carry their original surfaces. The market is no longer impressed by shine alone. It wants truth, age, and untouched survival. That shift has placed this coin directly in the spotlight. Collectors are no longer asking, is it clean? They are asking, is it real? And this coin answers that question without hesitation. Now listen carefully, because this is where the tension peaks. The current market value of the Australia 1984 50-cent coin, with front-side black-brown rust mark in fine condition, is $183,000 Australian. And yes, this value is absolutely current. This is not optimism. This is not projection. This is where the market stands today. A coin that many would once ignore has crossed into serious treasure territory. Holding it now is not about luck. It is about understanding. And let me be very clear. This value is not finished. It is increasing day by day. As more collectors compete for originality, as fewer untouched examples remain available, and as education spreads, coins like this gain pressure. Pressure builds value. Value builds legacy. Waiting does not weaken this coin. Waiting strengthens. If you are a collector, this coin demands precision. Do not clean it. Do not alter it. Protect the surface exactly as it is. Control humidity. Store it correctly. Document it properly. Coins like this punish impatience and reward discipline. This is not a fast coin. This is a strong coin. In conclusion, the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin with front-side black-brown rust marking has moved beyond everyday collecting. It now stands as a high-demand, originality-driven asset, quietly building power while the untrained eye looks elsewhere. And remember, Coin Cash Kings brings you freshly updated coin insights every single day, revealing what most people overlook and what serious collectors quietly pursue. This was coin number 3. And trust me, coin number 4 takes us into even deeper territory. Coin number 4, Australia 50 cent 2016. This coin carries a moment that changed Australia forever. Because before this coin existed, Australia did not count money the way it does today. In 1916, Australia marked 50 years of decimal currency, a transformation that reshaped the nation's economy, its daily life, and its financial identity. This was not just a celebration, it was a recognition of a turning point that separated the past from the modern era. And this 50-cent coin became the physical memory of that transformation. The design itself is deliberate, symbolic, and powerful. It reflects continuity, progress, and national confidence. When it was released, many people saw it as modern, ordinary, recent, and that assumption has now become one of the biggest mistakes collectors ever made. Because time moved faster than anyone expected, the cupro-nickel composition gave this coin strength, but what truly defines this example today is how time has marked it. The backside carries a deep black-brown rust shade layered slowly and naturally. The front side shows distinct black rust spots. Not chaotic, not destructive, but authentic and honest. This is not neglect. This is survival. Old condition does not mean weak condition. It means this coin has been left alone. It has not been stripped of its surface. It has not been forced to look young. It has been allowed to age naturally, and that choice has transformed it. Collectors understand something critical here. Modern commemoratives that survive with original surfaces are far rarer than people expect. Most were cleaned early. Many were mishandled. Very few are allowed to age honestly. And that makes untouched examples like this one extraordinarily desirable. The contrast on this coin is striking. The design remains readable. The structure remains intact. And yet the rust shading adds depth, weight, and authority. It turns a modern commemorative into something that feels older, heavier, more serious than its years suggest. And that perception matters. This coin sits at a powerful intersection, modern history with genuine aging. That combination is exactly what advanced collectors are chasing right now. They are not interested in factory fresh shine. They want proof of time, proof of originality, proof that a coin has not been altered to fit short-term tastes. That's why demand for this coin has surged quietly. Collectors who understand decimal history know this anniversary cannot be repeated. The 50-year mark is fixed. The symbolism is locked. And the number of coins surviving in original aged condition is shrinking fast. This is not speculation. This is observation. Coins like this are being removed from the market and placed into long-term collections. Once there, they rarely come back out. That tightening supply is exactly what creates pressure, and pressure creates value. Now listen carefully. The current market value of the Australia 2016 50-cent coin, commemorating the 50th anniversary of decimal currency, in old condition with backside black-brown rust shade and frontside black rust spots, is 200,000 Australian dollars. And yes, this valuation is absolutely current. This is not a future story. This is happening now. A coin many believed was too modern has crossed into serious treasure territory. Those holding it today are holding a quiet powerhouse, one that continues to gain strength as understanding spreads. And let me be very clear, this value is not slowing down. It is increasing day by day. As collectors reassess modern commemoratives, as originality becomes the rarest condition of all, and as untouched examples disappear, this coin grows heavier in the market. Waiting does not weaken it. Waiting feeds it. If you are a collector, this coin demands discipline. Preserve the surface exactly as it is. Do not clean it. Do not interfere. Protect it from aggressive environments. Document its condition carefully. Coins like this reward patience and punish haste. This is not a coin of noise. This is a coin of authority. In conclusion, the year 2016 Australian 50-cent decimal currency anniversary coin in this condition has broken expectations. It has moved beyond modern curiosity and into high-demand collectible status, driven by history, originality, and tightening supply. And remember, Coin Cash Kings brings you freshly updated coin insights every single day, revealing what others overlook and what serious collectors quietly pursue. This was coin number 4. And now, only one coin remains. And the final coin on this list is the one that truly leaves collectors speechless. Coin number 5, Australia 50 cent, 1983. This coin comes from 1983, a year that quietly sits between eras. Australia was moving forward. Technology was changing. Currency circulation was heavy. And coins from this period were used hard, handled daily, and rarely respected as future treasures. And that is exactly why this coin matters so much today. When this 50-cent coin was struck, it carried the iconic dodecagonal shape that had already become a symbol of Australian identity. Strong edges, confident form, and a design meant to last. Composed of durable cupro-nickel, it was built for circulation, not for collectors. And that's where the story twists. Because coins built for circulation almost never survive with honest, natural aging intact. This example carries black rust spots on both front and back, formed slowly over decades. These are not random stains. They are time signatures. Each spot tells a story of storage, air, handling, and survival. The coin was not polished, not scrubbed, not erased to look new. It was allowed to exist as it was. And that decision, intentional or accidental, turned it into something powerful. In fine condition, the details remain strong. The legends are clear. The design elements still speak with authority, yet the surface shows age, contrast, depth. This balance is rare. Most coins from this era are either overcleaned or completely worn down. This one stands in between, and that is exactly where collector demand explodes. Serious collectors know that original surfaces beat artificial shine every time. The black rust spots create a dramatic visual texture that cannot be replicated. You cannot fake decades. You cannot manufacture authenticity. And you cannot recreate the exact chemical story written across this coin's face. That is why demand for this 1983 50-cent coin has risen sharply. It represents a forgotten year, a transitional era, a coin most people spent without a second thought. And now, suddenly, it has been rediscovered, not by casual hobbyists, but by collectors who move markets quietly. These collectors understand something very important. As time moves forward, coins from the late 20th century are crossing into a new category. They are no longer modern. They are no longer common. And examples with untouched surfaces are becoming increasingly scarce. Supply is shrinking. Interest is growing. And the market is responding. Now listen carefully, because this is the moment everything tightens. The current market value of the Australia 1983 50-cent coin, in fine condition with black rust spots on both front and back, stands at $211,000 Australian. And yes, this price is absolutely current. This is not a rumor. This is not fiction. This is real market movement. What looks ordinary to the untrained eye has become a serious financial artifact. Holding this coin today is like holding a locked vault that keeps getting heavier with time. And the most important part? This value is not finished. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. As collectors wake up to the importance of originality, as fewer examples remain available, and as demand tightens its grip, this coin continues its upward climb. Waiting does not harm it. Waiting strengthens it. Don't take this as imagination. I'm telling you the truth. If you are fortunate enough to own this coin, treat it like the treasure it is. Store it properly. Protect its surface. Never clean it. Never rush to sell. Coins like this reward patience and punish impatience. This is not pocket change. This is big money history sitting quietly in your hands. In conclusion, the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin with black rust spots in fine condition has proven that power does not always shout. Sometimes it waits. Sometimes it ages. And sometimes it explodes when the world finally pays attention. This was Coin 5, the final coin of today's list. And remember, Coin Cash Kings brings you freshly updated, high-demand coin revelations every single day, uncovering treasures others overlook and exposing value before the crowd arrives. If this video made you look twice at your coins model,